So, this is my first reading. This is a story I wrote, I'm not entirely sure when, maybe when I was like, well, when did Pokemon come out? In 1995? So, I guess maybe 6, 7, I don't know. It was when I was old enough to write, because I wrote and drew all the illustrations and the whole story I made up myself, so it was just definitely very creative. It's one of my favorite stories that I finished. Actually, I finished this one. There's a couple I didn't end up finishing that were really good, but just didn't end up getting to the very end. So this one here is called MON Zuy Eats. And as you can see, that's Zuy and a happy moon. And I wrote here by Tab. And those are other Zubats in the distance. And those are like stars, I guess, all those little tsk-tsk-tsk-tsk. I was going to write something, I guess. It says I here, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe a different title entirely. So anyways, one day a Zubat was born and they called him Zuy. So as I said before, it's completely illustrated. There's the mom Zubat and Zuy. And then there's Clefairy, and then there's Zubat back there. And I guess that's like the bottom of a cave. And that's at the top of the cave. One morning Zuy went outside and he could not see because I guess it was bright outside. So here's the weird looking cave. And Zuy. He was so mad that he flew under a tree, and he stayed under it, and then in brackets, all day. So, here's this awesome ass tree, man. Look at that tree. All the detail. I was really into this story. I was presuming. I don't even really remember writing it, but as you can see, I definitely did it very young. So there's Zuy hiding underneath the tree and waiting till night. It was night, and he saw lots of Zubats. He joined them. There's like no punctuation whatsoever, no periods, and like I just gotta like kind of create them as I'm reading it here. But as you can see, there are other Zubats in the sky with a bunch of flies. Probably took me a very long time to do all these little flies. I was very into this story. And there's two other Zubats there flying out of a cave at the very bottom. Then Zuy tried to eat, but he could not eat like the big kids, so he flew away. So as you can see, those two Zubats from the cave down here are now up in the sky with the other three Zubats. And there's Zuy right there, flying away. He was very sad, and as you can see here, there's Zuy, very depressed on that tree branch. He's crying in his wings. He flew back to the cave, but he was growing up. He was growing up. So, there's the cave. I guess he was leveling up as he was flying to the cave, maybe fighting some Rattata, even though there aren't any Rattata on this page. There is some sort of Fang though here, so I'm maybe thinking that there was going to be some sort of other Pokemon maybe? I don't know. Anyways. One night he was happy because he was all grown up, and now Zuy is a grown-up Zubat. I guess he's leveled up now fighting Paris in the cave and Clefairy. We saw the Clefairy, so there's definitely evidence of Clefairy being in that cave. And Zuy's all up in the sky there, flying around. He's very happy, as you can see, with his mouth open up. Then he saw the big kids that he saw last time, but they were Golbats. Oh no. So there's Zuy with his mouth. Oh no. Right there. And the other kids are Golbats, as you can see. They're in the sky. He flew away and he said, "I will never come back." And they felt sorry for him. So as you can see, there's some Golbats there in the sky eating. And then there's the little Zuy flying away. Bigger picture there. Then Zuy was hungry, so he came back home. So there's Zuy going back home. he gave up with his adventure of running away, I suppose. The Golbats did not know that he went home, so they are looking for him. Oh no, so now the Golbats are looking for him. As you can see, they're lifting up a tree branch. I'm assuming that's what that is. I don't even know if that's a tree branch, but two Golbats are like looking under it together, and there's another one in the sky back there. They gave up and flew back home. So as you can see, unfortunately, Zuy's home is over here, and the Golbats live across the field, or whatever the distance here is, and they're flying home. They don't live in the same cave. He never came out of his cave again. So Zuy all by himself, and there's again some strange looking cave fixtures here, and it's dripping, so I guess it's water, and there's Zuy holding himself in his wings. Then one night, someone knocked on his cave. Oh no, it's a Jigglypuff! So there's his cave, and there's Jigglypuff knocking on his cave. Oh no! He flew to see who it was. He was not happy, because it was Jigglypuff, and as you can see here, Jigglypuff is spelt with a J-E-P-P, I mean no, P-P, J-E-G-G-Y-P-U-F-F, so it's kind of almost normal. I think I was practicing my letters here. There's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, R. I don't even know if that's a K, but it looks like a big R, I don't know. Could be a big K, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But yeah, so I guess I was practicing my letters and erased it. Possibly my mother was criticizing my awful handwriting skills, even though I was like, maybe what, like I said, 6 or 7. I didn't think it was that bad. Look at that handwriting. It's a little more clear than my handwriting skills now. Anyways, so as you can see in the picture, Zuy is getting sung to sleep by Jigglypuff, or Jigglypuff. The Golbats saw Zuy and ran to him, so somehow they were in the area, I guess, and they saw him being sung by the Jigglypuff here. And she's singing Zuy to sleep. The Golbats are coming. They used gust. It's actually guest. They used guest and blew Jigglypuff away. So as you can see, there is a little unhappy Jigglypuff up there, twirling around, being tossed by the wind. And there's some Golbats protecting their little friend Zuy. He was going to have a mouth. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but he was going to have a mouth, and then I ended up erasing it. That Jigglypuff is freaking hilarious. I don't know if you guys can really see the face on it, but oh yeah. Anyways, Zuy says, "Wow, you can do that?" And here's Zuy, kind of just really happy. Up close picture, kind of not really drawn very well, but still very interesting. "Yes, we can," said the Golbats. And so here is the Golbats now in a pile, kind of looking bashful. It almost looks like, as you can see, their eyes are not really looking straight at Zuy, even though Zuy doesn't even have eyes. I guess it's because a Zubat doesn't have eyes. Lol. "Please, can you try to eat some bugs?" said the Golbats. "Finley," Zuy agreed. And Finley is actually supposed to be finally. It's not quoted at all. It's not saying that he said it, but he just says finally Zuy agreed. So it's Finley, Zuy agreed, as you can see. Their wings sometimes look like fins anyways. I don't know. They look kind of strange. So yeah, there's the Zuy and the Golbats. I guess they're flying towards the eating grounds. They went out together and ate bugs. So here again is the pile of Golbats, and they're saying, "Come on, Zuy!" And then Zui's saying, "I'm coming!" Right there. And there's the Golbats. Zuy tried to eat, and Zuy ate! So I guess the story is Zuy hasn't eaten since he was born. He doesn't know how to eat. And he finally ate, and that's what his accomplishment of the story is. As you can see, he's eating. He's very, very pleased with himself as the bug goes into his mouth, and he's cramping down on it. You can see the motion there. He was very happy. Ahoo, I say. I think it's supposed to be woohoo, but it's A-W-H-O. Ahoo, I can eat! Exclamation mark in the bubble there. And Zuy is spinning around in a circle, as you can see. I ate, said Zuy. You did it, said the Golbats. So there's old Zuy, I guess, finishing up his twirls as the Golbats are standing out in the distance, eating, or maybe just watching him kind of lose his cool and get a little hyper. As you can see, he's getting excited that he's finally a part of the big kids. And they played all night. So he's past curfew now. He's outside with the big kids all night long. There's Zuy and the Golbats. And at the very end it says, the end, Zuy and the Golbats are friends forever. The end. And that's the end of my Pokemon Zuy Eats. So I really hope everyone enjoyed it. I enjoy it still. I will cherish this probably to the end. Goodbye.